you're fucked. You just
like remembering all this stuff from school and like the bake sale reminds me of when I was a junior in high school. There was this like they had this like bullshit like cult, like if you were in Spanish or Spanish 2 or whatever, it was like culture day, and it was meant to be one of those things where like an easy grade boost where they're like, all right, we're gonna you get assigned a South American country and you have to bring like a dish from that or something, and everyone just did like boilerplate bullshit like
Mexican
tortilla chips and Mexican street corn, like tacos, like all of it was very normal stuff. And there was this one bit of a weirdo. He was a senior, a year older than me, and he was a very popular, like he was a popular kid, like state champion wrestler, like or like in the top couple, like very, very good, like very popular, like, and so you wouldn't have expected this from him. And he got assigned Peru or Brazil or something, and this motherfucker went to Petco and bought a guinea pig.
No,
because in Peru they eat guinea pigs, and he murdered, skinned, and cleaned, and then brought a guinea pig dish to school to feed his classmates.
This doesn't happen in New Jersey.
And as soon as it like got wind that like, because he was telling people laughing, he's like, yeah, I got a guinea pig. And I remember people being like, did you fucking hear what Jared did? He went to fucking Petco and killed a guinea pig for this. And we were like, dude, this is like, I get he's like, it's kind of funny, but this is fucked up, dude. Like, I can't believe he slaughtered a guinea pig as soon as Miss Johnson or whoever it was, like heard about that. She like came in, confiscated the food, so the death was in vain. And and like if anything, let the people eat the food, like so his death wasn't in vain. But yeah, he did get in trouble for I guess it's illegal to go to Petco and buy something for the purpose of slaughtering it and creating food.
Are you gonna call the FDA? Fuck you.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, dumbass?
Yeah,
I
bought it. I wasn't gonna eat it.
This is perfect. We have an attorney here. This was some bullshit some teacher told me, and I've been buying it.
Yeah,
Of course it's not illegal to buy a guinea pig and eat it.
We have the FBI running DNA tests on the poo bandit right now. You believe everything those fucks tell you?
I'm a true fool.
Yeah, I can't like. Well, you can't go to PetSmart and buy an animal to eat. Why the fuck not? Like,
it could be animal cruelty. He killed it with a shovel.
Okay, that one. I mean,
I don't even know what's the proper method.
Yeah, how did he shovel it to death? Did he smash it with a shovel?
You strangle it while you look in its eyes.
So when you read the proper methods, they use a bit of legalese to describe hitting something in the head hard or removing the head from the body. Or they'll also use oftentimes CO2. Is a fair way to neutralize livestock for those purposes. So if you did any of that stuff, you get around it. I know I've seen some of that paperwork, and it's like, yeah,
I'm looking at pictures.
We just hit him in the head.
Have you guys seen this shit? It's amazing. It's a little fried guinea pig. It's the whole damn thing, but it looks like a piece of chicken.
It's like they love it in Peru. I just checked. It's Peru.
How do you eat it?
It's called cuy. It's deep fried.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or roasted.
I did not try any.
I kind of want it like Chinese food, like little pieces of meat, like in Chinese, like a stir fry. You know, some veggies and peanuts or something in there too.
Yeah. He didn't leave it on the body. He made it.
Oh, fuck off!
That's how it looks.
That is not how it looks. That has ears.
That
has ears.
That's every picture. I'm not even joking.
Bro, it has ears. That's
big.
Its last thought was,
wait a minute. Is this fucking for real? I thought it was a joke.
Okay, that
one's roasted.
It's not a
joke.
No,
Taylor,
this actually does not look like a joke. But like what he did not cook it like this. He like did almost like pulled chickenish kind of looking stuff. That's why they didn't immediately know that he used.
Well, of course you don't just bring the carcass in like
until he bragged about it.
Look, I don't want to dog on it. Peru, was it?
Peru.
Yeah.
That they're gonna have to work on that one.
It's almost as bad as eating.
If you're national, I'm okay with your national dish being rat, but y'all got to figure out a better way to prepare that shit.
That is fucking disgusting. It's got teeth. They've all got teeth.
What would you feel better if they pulled the teeth out, Taylor?
Yes, they cut the heads off and turn it into chicken and make something nice.
Dude, who gets my rat head then? I'm not paying full price.
Dude, I'll trade you my rat head any day of the week.
Who's the scoundrel running off with my rat head? I'm over here paying 89 euro or whatever.
You know that there's some like old grandfather in Peru who like swears that the teeth are the best part. Yeah.
Get the heads.
The same way like my grandpa who was fucking in poverty on a farm, like he still maintains that like pig feet are so delicious. Which I don't want to try that. I'm sure it's fine.
Look, all that connective tissue when you cook it down is very savory.
Guinea pig.
That's a restaurant?
Yeah. It's a restaurant in Peru advertising their guinea pig.
Can't even bother to like Photoshop the hat well.
No, it's like one of those Andes mountain caps. Like, oh man.
Dude, there is a very specific but somehow difficult to articulate aesthetic to South American photoshopped ads. Do you know what I mean? There's something about it. If I were playing GeoGuessr and there was a South American ad, it's because they're still really into
I
gold.
can tell you tried medium.
Yeah, you tried medium. That shit is so gross. You should not eat guinea pigs.
I wouldn't mind eating that at all.
You go to go down to Peru and you can just get it. It's all over the place. It's apparently very good. That's what everybody says.
I bet it's good for you.
It is good, but as long as there's not like come on, take the fucking teeth out of there.
Well, you don't eat the teeth.
Then get rid of them.
Look, what if someone said that about crab? Like, Jesus, get it out of that fucking big cockroach first and put it on a platter for me.
All right, check in, mate. You're right.
A lot of the ways I'm seeing is they shove a stick through the mouth of the guinea pig and they roast it on the stick, so that you just that's how I would
like an ear of corn.
It. Yeah,
you eat like an ear of corn. I got spine.
You know that like dudes are like, how many you want? 2 or 3. You know that's the conversation. It's like chili dogs there. They're like how many?
You wouldn't just eat one if you're gonna eat it.
And I bet there's a restaurant that has their own little spin where it's like, we cook the little ones. You get a sack full. That's how we get them. Like instead of Crystal or Jack in the Box, they say
it's like the veal version. They just hold
little jalapeno rat poppers, but it's the little pink rats that
they just hold a pregnant guinea pig over a vat of grease and squeeze.
All right, well, I hate that idea.
Like 55, milliseconds of life before you fall in.
Well, I don't want to eat. I think I'd eat it. I think I'd be okay with it. I don't mind. I'm up for most things.
Would you eat that Filipino thing, balut, where they let the chick start to develop in the egg?
It's a duck embryo. Yes.
Yeah. That's disgusting. You know, when you see like cultures with delicacies like that, and you can objectively say like that's wrong, that's not good. There's no way that's tasty. They just didn't figure out better flavored eggs.
They could have done anything whole. Else. That's the thing that like bothers me.
It's got little bones in it.
There's little bones. You gotta
crunch through it.
But I hear they're like cartilage. The bones, like they don't.
Yeah,
hurt.
But still, Woody, like it's skull and it's brains and it's got
eyeballs. It's got a little beak that's like barely chewable. I bet just chewable enough that you know exactly when you bite into.
Can you
the beak.
imagine some glutton with a whole pile of baby duck beaks on his plate? I walk by to take that away as a server, and I stab him in the throat with a serving knife. This guy's, I gotta get you off the earth, you abominable monster, you Hitler of ducks.
You rip him out.
Speaking of that,
Hitler of ducks.
I'm reading about this. I'm reading about this kui, which is the guinea pig dish from this person. I think they may be a serial killer. So it says inside the kui, incredibly, it's not like pork either. I can only think of something super juicy and rich like quail. It's obvious this is not your average fattened farm meat flavor. Finally, getting into the parts slightly further from the belly, the skin is more chewy, and you have to really pull hard to rip off pieces. It's fun.
All right, he does make it sound fun.
It's fun is where you go with that.
It's kind of like crab. I enjoy eating crab like that.
We got to take a look at that guy.
If crab had like emotive eyes, like if I knew what color a crab's eyes were, it would be harder to do that.
The guy who wrote that has a scar across his eyes. Like he's got one of those James Bond scars and a milky eye. He looks like Mads Mikkelsen, fucking sitting there with a Nazi hairdo, talking about how much fun it is to eat.
Jacking off.
Oh my God, that sounds so awful. Oh, speaking of